Hey everyone, danheilman here, and this is going to be another Summoner's Glory video. Okay, today I'm going to take a look at the new instance. It's called Takmir's Palace. I'll show you how to get there, what kind of loot you'll get, and I'll go through all the bosses. This will be the new instance that's coming, who knows when, hopefully with the next big update. So it'll give us some 6-star gear and a little bit more challenging fights. So, alright, let me make myself a little bit smaller and let's begin. Okay, first of all, if you want to get here, the first thing you need to do is click on your map and go to Fenrir's Fang. Once you go there, it will put you in this top right location here, near this exclamation point or near the portal here, and you're gonna have to run all the way down to the bottom left here until you get down here to Takmir's Palace. There's a lot of mobs here that are level 212. So if you don't think you can make it here, I will put all this information in my normal Summoner's Glory spreadsheet. The link will be in the description as always. If you do have trouble opening it, when you open it, just hit open with Google Sheets, and then the format will look a lot better. I noticed if you click the link, it opens it up differently and it looks kind of odd. So anyways, I put it in there in case you can't make it here, you know, the mobs are too strong or whatever, or you just don't feel like running here. So, okay, let's begin. First of all, you will notice it's the same like everything else. There's 4 bosses. There's a normal and a hard mode. It's going to be 20 vigor, just like always. And again, hard mode will give you access to legendary gear. Notice it is 6-star gear, so this will be stronger than what you can currently get in Ghost Vault. So if you spend a lot of time on your 5-star gear, sorry, but we're going to be moving on here eventually. So let's just talk about some of the different sets. Let's talk about weapons first. So weapons, of course, it's the same kind of thing we've been doing before. Ice Dragon Saber is what you're looking for, or the Cold Axe. There's some other niche ones that people use for Arena, but those are the 2 main ones that you're going to use. As far as sets go, there's something kind of interesting here. They have added the Cavalier set to this instance here. This was only available in the story mode, and you could only get a blue 4-star set in this. So this one's kind of interesting. The English is terrible on this, but what this is trying to say is all of the enemies, when you deal damage to them, you will gain 20% of the damage as HP. So it's like a lifesteal set for your entire team. This is kind of interesting, you know, if you wanted to maybe try to run all damage dealers and just do a lot of damage and make sure that they have enough health to at least get hit 1 or 2 times. So that could be a new strategy that we see now that we have that new set. Triumph gear, I think it's kind of meh. Some people use it. Gold gear is probably what most people use when they're leveling up because it gives you a huge survivability boost for all of your phantoms on your team. So this is a great set. And the other one that's viable is Tide set. Tide set is for endgame players who have no trouble with survivability, but they want to do more damage, because this will give you increased crit rate for your character only, but then all of your phantoms will do 20% more crit damage. So, interesting set. Okay, let's continue here. So, there's 4 bosses. For some reason, the first boss doesn't have a name and is also the same as the last boss. So, I don't know if that's a bug or what's going on there, but let me just open these up and I will go through. So this is Destroyer Vizier, basically, is who this is built off. Again, has no name. A1 just attacks 1 enemy, 35% chance of slowing them. A2, Wrathful Flame. Summons ancient magic to attack 3 enemies, deals 270% magic damage. Increased crit damage in battle by 30%. Every time he doesn't crit, he gets 40% increased crit for the next attack. So I have a feeling that this boss is going to hit very hard. So you're going to definitely have to be able to survive. I think once we get into this instance, we're really going to have a skill cap check. And basically you're going to need, you know, some very high Evo Phantoms to clear this. At least solo. I have a feeling it's going to be the same thing. If you do it in a squad, it should be fairly easy to complete as long as you got some decent Evos to carry you. You know, maybe 2 Evo 7s or even 2 Evo 6s you might be able to complete in a squad. But, you know, obviously we'll see when this finally comes out. Okay, second boss, Ghostly Priest. So let's go through this ability, these abilities here. So A1 is Wind Missile, attacks one enemy, deals 100% magic damage, converting 50% of the damage caused into HP. So she's got some lifesteal on her A1. A2 restores 25% of the health to all allies and removes one negative effect from each ally. Interesting. Summons Force of Nature to deal 220% magic damage to all enemies. Cooldown is 2 turns. A4 here, Mark of Light. When attacking, ignores 20% of the enemy's magic defense. And then immune to control effects. Kind of interesting. Only 2 of these bosses are immune to control effects. So that means for the other 2, you will be able to stun them and use other abilities like that to CC them. Okay, here's boss number 3, Queen of Horrors. The Queen of Takmir here. Okay, so A1 attacks all enemies 4 times, dealing 10% magic damage each time. A2, Rain of Fire, attacks all enemies 7 times, dealing a 30% magic damage, each with a 25% chance of setting the enemy on fire. Scorching Ray deals 30% magic damage to all enemies, and a plus 10 magic damage to burning enemies. Again, this boss is immune to all control effects. I don't think there's anything like this in the game right now. I don't recognize any of those skills. This one might be Tiara. If I look at Tiara, I'm pretty sure she has those same abilities. Yes, this is Tiara. Okay. So that second boss is based off Tiara. The third boss, I don't know. It doesn't look like it's based off anyone here. I think it might be kind of loosely based on Queen of Chaos. Kind of similar, but doesn't have the confusion. So, interesting. And then the final boss here, Overlord Vizier. Again, based on Vizier. Same as the first boss. I don't know if there's actually 3 bosses in here, and that's a mistake. Or if you face the same similar boss twice. He does have a different skin, so I don't know. We'll see when it finally comes out. But anyways. So let's go through his same exact abilities as the first boss. You know, deals 100% magic damage with a 35% chance of slowing. Summons Ancient Magic to attack 3 enemies. Deals 270% magic damage. Increase crit damage in battle by 30%. And whenever he doesn't crit, the next attack has 40% increased crit rate. So again, this boss will hit very hard. Okay. We don't know much else about this instance right now. I just wanted to give a sneak peek of what's to come. Again, you can see here, unlocks after completing story chapter 12. So right now you can currently only complete chapter 11 and there is no chapter 12. So once the new content comes out, they'll have another storyline here that you'll need to complete. Once you can complete that, you'll be able to do Takmir's Palace. So that'll be interesting. Can't wait to see when it comes out. That's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, go down, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day. See you, everyone.